Before you fall in love, 5 intelligent questions every woman must consider. Love is a beautiful thing, but to avoid wasting your time or end up getting your heart broken, here are 5 questions you should ask before falling in love, and why. Question 1. How is your relationship with your parents? Why ask this? Well, you can learn a lot about a man from his relationship with his parents. Most men look up to their fathers as role models and seek their approval, whether they're aware of it or not, while many mothers became their son's first love. Fun fact, one study found that men are more likely to choose partners who share similar facial symmetry and hair color as their mothers. Another study found that men who have positive relationships with their mothers are more likely to value traits that made them feel safe and loved, such as kindness and empathy. Keep in mind, there is no right answer. This is the time to put your observation and communication skills to work. Instead of making assumptions, ask open-ended questions. Dig deeper to discover which traits of his moms and dads make him feel loved and accepted. Encourage him to share childhood photos and memories as you gently and sweetly ask relevant questions. Hey, if you have a chance to meet his parents, you may be able to get some inside information from them. He may not have an answer to your question right away. Perhaps no woman has ever asked him this question before. Be patient, give him some time to think, or revisit the topic another day. If he asks why you want to know, be honest and tell him that you believe it's important to understand what kind of love and acceptance he experienced as a child. If he doesn't have a good relationship with his parents, it's not the end of the world. Try to be gentle and learn what happened and his reasons behind it. Remember, this is a sensitive subject, so it may be best to give him a break and continue the conversation another time. Before we move on to question 2, we want to emphasize that active listening is key here. It's incredibly important to be quiet and attentive because the way you listen to his response can set the tone for the rest of the conversation. Being a good listener is a skill that high-value women master with time and practice. I'm sure you've heard this contraction of Stephen Covey's quote in The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Listen to understand, not to respond. Question 2. Have you ever been in love? Asking this can reveal whether his heart is open to love or something is holding it back from fully accepting it. This could include past trauma or insecurity regarding body image. Whatever he reveals, make him feel accepted and good enough as he is now, even if there's always room for growth and self-development. Building a strong and deep connection with a man requires the right fuel, which is why it's essential to ask clarifying questions to gain a better understanding of what he says. For example, if you ask him to describe the traits of his perfect girl and he responds with sweet, attractive, and smart, you could follow up with clarifying questions like, what is your definition of attractive? Or what is your definition of smart? Remember, relationships are a two-way street. If you treat him like a king, he'll likely make you his queen. Question 3. Which 3 ladies had the most positive impact on you and how? We can only complete this assignment if we don't let our egos get in the way, so block out any doubt or insecurity. Learning about the 3 women he respects and admires the most will help you understand the man standing before you. Don't be afraid to dig deeper and ask follow-up questions to learn why these women made such a significant impact on him. This little exercise even comes with some homework. Discover more about these 3 women. This may shed light on what he seeks in a partner and whether he envisions a long-term relationship with you. Question 4. What gets you excited and fired up in life? What are your goals or dreams for the future? You want to find out what his vision for the future looks like, right? Understanding his ambitions and future plans can give you valuable insight into whether you're both on the same page. After all, nobody wants to fall head over heels for someone who doesn't share the same outlook on life. This is why we need to ask the right questions. It's so important to lay a strong foundation for our love lives, to avoid any unpleasant surprises down the road. Question 5. How do you handle conflict? Conflicts will happen in any relationship, so we should know how our partners handle them. If he's quick to anger, prone to violence, or shuts down when things get tough, do you hear our alarm literally going off? A healthy relationship requires effective communication and conflict resolution skills. And if your partner doesn't have them, well, you already heard our alarm, right? Those were our 5 intelligent questions every woman needs to ask before falling in love. Of course, there are more questions we need answered, so please share your ideas in the comments. Don't forget to hit subscribe and join our phenomenal community of women of value. Remember, ladies, sometimes we can get swept away in the moment and ignore red flags, only to end up with a broken heart, or worse, months or years of our precious time gone. That's why it's important to ask the right questions before committing to a relationship. And if something doesn't feel right, trust your gut. And we'll see you in the next video.